Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to my friends in Europe. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. I am the founder and CEO of Option Pit. We are a option trading publisher, financial publisher, and our expertise is across anything options. That's us. So if you're interested in getting better, or even just starting to trade options, you've come to the right place. This is normally on a Monday, but we had Monday off. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Our ticker highlight show, where we're going to talk about the stocks we love and the stocks that we hate. I am joined by Leisha J. Leslie. She is the queen of the candles. She is our charting expert. I'm also joined by Hans Albrecht. He is our director of income trading, and of course, my right-hand man, the Batman to my Superman, or the Batman to my Robin. Most of the time, really, he is Andrew T. Giovinazzi. He is the Viking of volatility, and he is just an absolute dynamo at volatility trading. So with that, let's dig into what's happening today. Markets are liking the news from overnight. If we want to share my screen, markets are liking the news over the weekend of the now July 9th deadline for tariffs. However, you look where we are. We really haven't even picked up everything from when they initially announced the tariffs. Yeah. So, there's still some potential upside here, potential retest, or maybe if it doesn't break over there, I think Leisha is going to have some opinions about that. I'm going to be interested to see what she has to say on that. Of note, and this is what we have been tracking. If you're not paying attention to bonds, you aren't paying attention to the market. TLT up about 71 cents. Bond yields have come in pretty nicely. Importantly, the 10-year is back below 4.5%, and the 30-year is back below 5%. If bond yields come off and start to relax, then that gives the stock market some pretty nice ability to rally. The winners out of something like that would be the small caps, which I continue to like and continue to believe are heading significantly higher here as part of a catch up. So the trade I still like, and we have it currently in our portfolio, I kind of want to reiterate it, is being long TNA. TNA is the triple long bull Russell 2000. You can see a little bit of a rough stretch here, but a nice bounce on Friday and some follow through today. I want to see it break over. I think it's eventually going to make a run at 32, 33. So that's the trade that I like. Now, the trade that I hate, or the stock that I don't like, actually I share with our own Viking of volatility, Andrew Giovinazzi. Andrew, there is a stock that I think, relative to the rest of the market, is going to underperform. I don't know if it's going to drop, but I definitely think it's going to underperform. And I'm told that you all strongly agree with me.
It always worries me when you and I strongly agree because usually
I agree with
one
you.
of us are right.
Is that
when we agree? Is it
you
good?
Strongly agree with me. That's what I'm saying. So it's only one of us.
I am strongly agreeing with you. I believe the stock in question is Apple.
Indeed.
I think, I think they have the most to lose. I was talking with Hans at the trader meeting this morning. And like, where does the behemoth go? And it's not that the Apple phone is it's a great product. They have a great moat around everything. However, you know, we know historically somebody gets kind of that monopoly that big, and then nobody sees what's coming. And of course, I have an opinion about who's going to be a bit of a disruptor there on that. But I think it's, you know, where does the $3.5 trillion company go? Where does it go? Are they going to, they can't really, unless they come out with a new product, which could change the landscape for them, obviously, if they disrupt something else. And it's not like there are lots of things they can't disrupt here. But it's just, it is not something, I don't own any anymore. I have traded it over the years. I think it's one of the great trading, you know, it's been a great stock, a huge stock. But just up here, it's hard. Warren Buffett's selling his. I'm like, it's just hard to, it's hard to like it for any particular reason.
Yeah, I agree with you. I see it as an underperformer. You know, look at as it moves, it kind of feels more and more like a utility than it does anything else, and that is just a little bit disturbing when you think about that. It's the largest / second largest company in the world, and they're really not innovating anymore. They'll tell you they are, but again, they're not. So there's that, and I believe that I know the company that you think is going to be Apple's foil, and it is headquartered in none other than where I am sitting, Austin, Texas.
Yes, I think like last week, Musk basically said, I did the best I could with Doge. Clearly, the rest of the government wasn't helping out. So he's, passing the mantle on and moving back to his companies and getting busy with AI. So I think that's, again, the valuation of Tesla has always been a little, but unlike
Suspect.
Apple, they have two huge new products coming to market. Huge. They've got the robot and they have self-driving cars, and they will very likely be leading AI higher. So that's and I even put a little trade out for Pro. It's starting to kick a little bit here. So, and it's my biggest holding right now.
Interesting. We've been seeing a lot of bullish flow, if in the fingerprint range in Tesla over the last couple of weeks as well, Andrew. I know you're always monitoring those option fingerprints from, out 6 months, a year, and we're seeing a lot of bullish flow in Tesla. So I like your idea. Now, kicking it, staying in the Mag 7. Another company whose future is in question. Not like they're going to go out of business, but where does this thing go? And there was a lot of fear around it. Then the stock had a very, very, very nice product launch, product reveal, if you will, and it's caught a little bit of bid, but still has a lot of roadblocks and dark spots in its future, dark clouds, if you will. Now, Hans, what stock am I discussing?
Well, Mark, and good morning, everybody. So, Google, right? So Google is a verb. You Google it. Did you Google it? I Googled it. It is an absolute word. It is a verb. It's like Kleenex. You don't grab a Scotties, you grab a Kleenex, right? So Google.
And
it's those Canadian tariffs kicking in, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Vicky, I grab a puffs.
All right. Well, Hans will be back in a second. And while we're waiting for Hans to come back, this is an excellent time to bring in our charting expert, option trading extraordinaire. She is Leisha J. Leslie, the Queen of the Candles. Leisha, what you've got a couple of fun. You got a fun one here. I like that you're outside of the Mag 7, but what's your take on the what we're seeing in markets today?
Good morning, everyone. My take is that this market is completely and totally headline driven. Obviously, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. And the fact that we're just putting it on hold, I guess, is a good thing. They like it. They're happy. Nothing's changed, right? Nothing's changed. I'm getting whipped around, I have to admit. It's okay. SPX is sitting on support here, 58.84.
Do you want to share your screen?
I thought we had people that did that. I would watch the ES, and it's up against some resistance here. Watch it close above 58.75 on ES. And then we're probably going to rally. Could be a hammer. The stock I chose is CCJ. I wrote about it way back here on Tuesday. And it moved much quicker than I thought it would. Right now, it's testing that median line. This is 2 gaps. Those are called runaway gaps. That means your trend is probably going to continue. I'd say CCJ next level resistance is 64. And our median line now, the top of the gap, is support 60.39. I think it has room to go.
Yeah, I like the way that stock looks. Do the other nuclear names look similar, or is CCJ kind of an outlier in performance?
What are they? UEC? No, that's uranium. Give me another one.
No, that's another CCJ, uranium.
Okay.
SMR, OKLO, I think.
Look at SMR.
It's a beast. Yeah. And then how are you still?
OKLO might be a good grab right here
Oh.
to 53.55. Don't you love how it just gapped right up into the pitchfork there?
I do.
That's what happens with your pitchforks.
That's my story.
All right. Just real quick, what do you see in the Russell 2000?
Sure. Well, it tested the median line, but managed to close above it on Friday. And the 20-day, that's the 20-day, yeah. Bullish, right? We got a belt hold candle here, just like a big bullish candle off of a downtrend. Belt hold candle. Looks like it wants to rally. Your first level resistance will be 207.66, and then our previous highs, 209.77. Yep. Looks like it wants to rally.
I like it.
MACD tried to turn bearish, but now it's trying to make a decision.
Okay. I like the way that looks. All right. So let's talk about some of these. Let's talk about these names. I know you were pitching CCJ, and hey, here we go. Folks, I got a surprise guest for you. She is your volume profile specialist, charter extraordinaire, and she is my partner in crime at Trade to Close and the lead trader for the game plan. She is Olivia Vaz. Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, Vaz. I hope you had a great weekend.
Hey, what's up, guys? Of course. A nice short week to rise and grind, everyone. Let's do it. Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me on the show today. You guys are talking about I was locked in, and then I forgot I was actually attending this. so, so thanks for having me on.
All right. Well, does Justin have your screen, or Christian?
Not yet. We'll figure that out.
All right. So Vaz, we're talking about things we like, stocks we like, and stocks we hate. Your stock is the stock, as it is every day in game plan, is SPY.
Yes. That's it. I keep it easy.
Yeah. So well, yes.
More tickers, more problems, So here we go.
So what? The big question is: do you like SPY?
Yes.
Or do you not like SPY?
I love SPY. I think that today the path to the least resistance that's kind of usually how I like to attack the market. Where is the path to least resistance? In this case, I see it up this morning today, and I want to see how it continues to work throughout the week. Mark, I know there's the everyone says, oh, it's the week after Memorial Day. Usually that's going to be bullish for stocks. Obviously, so far it is looking like that. But for day traders looking for some upward moves today in SPY, in QQQ, and IWM all together. And for the week, as I'll make sure to share my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What I find interesting is, we were ready to break out on, let's see, like last week on Monday, looking like this was a potential flag. And then we, in fact, started to roll over. This looked scary. Obviously, the 200-day moving average was the lifesaver in this scenario, and also a nice fresh gap up on Tuesday after a long weekend is helping. But one of my favorites to trade is when failed patterns revisit themselves. And usually, like, while this did break down slightly, when a failed pattern busts through again and challenges the adversity that it had originally, the momentum kicks in like crazy. So I'm not just looking for a bullish week. I'm looking for an insane breakout should we retake this pattern. So looking at SPY getting up to 592 and then busting through that, we're so close to the all-time highs. It's like, what just happened here? It's a fever dream.
A bit of a V bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, and to get Vaz's zones every day, you've got to join her in the game plan. And if you're not in the game plan, Vaz, you can learn all about how you come up with these zones and everything this week. Isn't that right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be doing a cool event this week. I mean, you could join now and start trading. We've sent out a plan every day between 9 and 10 o'clock. So everyone already knows what to expect today. As you guys can hear, we're long today. So we have some nice trades cooking.
Absolutely. And if you want to learn more about these zones and how Vaz trades, join us by clicking the link that is pinned to the top of the screen. So you can learn all about it, and you can join her, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you want to join her on Wednesday, the 28th at 7 p.m. with our own Hannah Selner and Vaz. So it's going to be a lot of fun on Wednesday. So make sure you join by clicking the link. Now, back to the trades that were thrown out there. Leisha, we looked at CCJ, and I really like that. And then just kind of talking, and this is the value of talking amongst traders, is Andrew threw out two other nuclear names, and Leisha went, ooh, Oklo. So I'm wondering whether, which setup you like better. Is it Oklo or CCJ? If someone can please share my screen. Thank you. So CCJ looking great. And then Oklo.
I'm kind of digging Oklo, guys. What do you think? I think the chart looks better. Alicia's giving me the nod of approval.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but this is the value. Do you see how when you're with a group of traders talking about trading, how a really good idea like Leisha's long CCJ might come up with something just even more interesting like this Oklo trade. And that is one of the reasons why having a community like Option Pit and Trade to Close is so great. You have hundreds and hundreds of traders to interact with, and joining the game plan. Right now, there are, let's see, there are several hundred people talking to each other right now in game plan as I'm speaking. So that's what you get out of a community like that. And if you want to learn about it, join us on Wednesday. So looking at Oklo, I mean, both these stocks have some volatility to them. And Leisha, you like it relatively short term, correct?
Generally, that's what I go for. But
So should I look at this Friday or next Friday?
not this Friday.
Not this Friday?
At the very least, next Friday.
All right, let's use next Friday. The stock is up $1.44. I want to buy the June 6th 51 calls, and I want to pay less than $4.10. I'm probably going to be patient and bid $4 for these calls. And my ultimate target, what's our price target here? Alicia, what do you like it up to?
I like
As a
it up
stock.
to 53.83 and then even possibly 59. Well,
All right.
make that 55.80. What do you say,
55.80.
Boz?
Okay.
I see 55. Yeah, 55.50.
All right. So there you
at
have
least
55.
another 5 points.
All right. So if our, at Alicia's first target, 53, what'd you say, 53.28.
80.
What was that?
53.80.
53.80. These calls will be worth somewhere between $6.50 and $7. So, the stock, these options get above $6. Sell most of them. And then when we get to their ultimate target, 55, we'll say, 55.50, 55.80, we'll split this difference, 55.65. When we get to 55.65, then that's when I'm looking to close the balance of the calls that I buy. So there is a plan for Oklo, and let's hope these calls go nuclear on us in a good way. They explode like a nuclear bomb. How about
Go
that?
nuclear, not get nuked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like a great chart. Nice trade, guys.
All right. So there you have it, folks. I want you to join Vaz on Wednesday, and our Director of New Product Development, Hannah Sellner, on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Click the link in this chat here. And if you're getting this in email, click that link. And if you're watching us YouTube, please like, subscribe. And if you've got a question or comment, drop below and we'll be sure to answer it. So for Olivia Vaz, your volume profile specialist and leader of the Game Plan clan, and Andrew T. Giovinazzi, our Viking of Volatility, and of course, Leisha J. Leslie, Queen of the Candles, but she's just queen to me. I'm Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. Have a good one, everybody.